Welcome to part 2 of my previous video whereby I gave this Philodendron Splendid a poll. In today's video, I'm going to show you the other two plants, so do tune in and let's look at some plants. Is the Scindapsus lucens, or at least this is what I was sold to as, but I understand the correct ID for this should be Anodendron affine. So I'm not sure whether are they the same plant, but anyway, for the sake of this video, I shall call this Scindapsus lucens. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so this plant has been really long and droopy, so it's really time for me to prop it up. Okay, for the Scindapsus, I'm not going to use a pole. I'll be using this wooden plank and let it attach itself to, so they can become one of those shingling plants, which I think will look really nice. As you can see, the structure of this plant is already as such. So imagine with a plank, yeah, this will look really good. I'm not going to change the potting medium or the pot. So what I'm going to do is to simply tape this pot to the base of this plank and to put the whole thing into another planter so that it can stabilize the whole thing. And of course, to tape the plant onto the plank until it adheres itself and grows more aerial roots. Okay, I know guys, I'm taking the easy way out, but I want to keep it as simple as possible. So yeah, let's play with some tape. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay. Another round of this. Okay, it's really ugly, but once I put it into a nicer planter, don't think you can see that. Next, I'm going to put some Velcro tape on the plant itself and tie it around the plank. Okay, where's the Velcro? Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. So here's the Velcro tape. Let's adjust this plant so that it can be as close to the plank as possible. Yeah, I think I'll put one at the base. Ow! This is harder than I imagined. Okay. Okay, I should put the one at the top first, right? Okay, let's do the one at the base first. And another one probably here. Ah, this is too short. Okay, I'll cut a longer one. Let's do this. All right. Ta-da! So I'm going to find a nice pot for this to cover up all this ugliness. So this is the only one I can find. Not the prettiest. This is just a plastic nursery pot. But I guess this is big enough for the whole thing to go in and to cover all this ugly tape. So for the time being, this will do. The third and the last plant that I'm going to give a pour to is this Philodendron Pink Princess. Yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty tall plant already. I've been thinking as to whether should I actually cut off half of it to propagate and then give the lower part a pour. Yeah, but I will just give it a pour anyway, and I'll see how it goes. It was a pretty small specimen when I got it, so this is pretty fast growing. Of course, I've lost some of the bottom leaves when it was trying to acclimatize to my conditions. And subsequently, the leaves that came out are pretty small, not as big. But then recently, the newer ones are actually pretty big. Yeah, so I think it probably will benefit with a pole, and hopefully will give me bigger leaves. This Philodendron Pink Princess is really prolific. It's always giving me a new leaf. This is the latest one. Not sure why there's a hole there. Yeah, and there is new growth that's happening. For the Pink Princess, I'm going to use this Coir pole, which I bought online as well. I've just repotted this not too long ago into a very loose aeroid mix. So I'm not going to change this, and I'm not going to change the pot. So I'm thinking of a way to actually stick this in as without disturbing the roots. So I'm probably going to remove part of the potting mix as much as I can, and then stick this in. Yeah. Okay, let me try to remove part of this potting mix and see if I can just yeah, put the stick in. Okay, I think I managed to dig a hole deep enough. There is no roots or very little roots, and I can yeah, put the pole in. Let me try. Oh, I can feel some roots. I hope I can avoid it. Let me try to remove some more soil. This is so stressful. I can smell the wet soil. Okay, but as you can see, this pole is a little bit tall. I'm not sure whether will it be stable after I put the potting soil back. Anyway, let's try. Okay, I think it seems to work. I mean, the pole is stable, quite stable. And again, I'm just going to use the Velcro to tie the plant to the pole. But meanwhile, let me finish up with the soil. Okay, I'm going to use this big piece of cocoa chip and just put next to this pole, to the edge of the pot and next to the pole to kind of stabilize it. I mean, it's pretty stable already, but just want to, give it extra support. Okay. Okay, another Velcro tape. Just going to do the base first. Okay, now the top part. Probably here. Okay. So this Philodendron Pink Princess is done. Looking good. I just hope that its aerial roots can attach themselves to this pole and subsequently give me bigger leaves. What I'm going to do now is to give it a mist to wet this pole. So as the plant gets taller, you can actually extend the pole with another one. So all you need to do is to just stick it in and give it a good twist. And okay, you're supposed to push it further in. So you get the idea. This pole will get pretty tall, so the plant can actually climb further up. But I guess at one point you want to cut off the top portion of the plant to propagate. So this may be as tall as you need. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you like contents like that and you have been enjoying it but not subscribed yet, I hope you can hit the red button and also the notification button as well. Meanwhile, take care, be safe. I shall see you again in my next video. Bye.